Well, 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 good morning. You didn't think we would show.
We showed.
And I didn't think that we would show. I'm not gonna lie. It was touch and go there for a while. As in, we were in bed asleep and David would touch me and I would tell him to go. But here we are. And what's funny is that good morning and welcome to Rise and Radke. We're so glad that you're joining us today. Yesterday we missed because we slept through it. Because
We didn't miss. We were just like 4 hours late.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't. And here's what's funny. We ended up doing one around noon and it was so loud. I watched it again last night to just comment on some people's, comments. And it was so loud and we were so awake.
We were loud?
We were both pretty loud.
Okay.
And now look at us. Barely above a whisper.
Look,
it's not even, the sun isn't even out in California. They know what's what. Why are y'all making us do this at 8:15? You want to say what you want to say about Hollywood, but they got it figured out. They ain't getting up when it's dark.
Well, we don't get up when it's dark over there.
But we are right now. Why didn't we just say that this would start at 10:15 every day? Oh, good morning from Alabama. Jennifer is here. And Amy Smith says, good morning, friends. I've missed seeing y'all. We've missed seeing you too. Good morning from Katy, Texas is here. In Oklahoma. Carla Welburn is here. She says, good morning. And Gina is here. Good morning.
Gina, that's rude.
She straight up said, good morning, Rise and Melissa. You want, Gina, I know how what you're doing is you're watching this show and just pretending that he's dead to you. And I get that.
She does that quite often.
I get it. It is possible to watch this and never hear him or see him. I do it all the time. He told me yesterday to be thinking about something. I'm not kidding, y'all. My husband told me yesterday, be thinking about this. I went like this. I went, okay, I will. Give me some time to think on it. He said, okay. Don't have a clue what he asked me to think about. Don't know the topic. It's something about a book chapter. To have no clue what he's talking about. Never listened to a word he said. And it's going to catch up with me. Eventually he's going to say, okay, I've given you a couple of days to think about that chapter. What do you think? And I'm going to be like, oh, hell, I got to come up with something. Oh, hi, Tyler, Texas. Lori Stewart. Oh, it's snowing where she is. Ugh. Elaine says a good morning from foggy, rainy Houston. Yeah, we've heard from our kids that it has rained a lot in Lufkin and that it's hot and then it's cold and then it's hot and then it's cold. It's probably why my kids keep getting sick. But I can honestly say there's no better weather than California weather. Good grief. And when you're eating outside, bugs don't land in your food. They just don't do that here. I don't get it.
They have more respect. I will say that it is, 6:15 here, or whatever time it is, 7 now, 6:20, whatever. We open the door, to let you see a little bit, but it's cold.
David, it is fine.
It's probably 48 degrees.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it's yucky in Houston. She says, good morning. Helen is here. Snowing in northern Oklahoma, Kay Chambers says. Logan Paulette says, yeah, it's been awful in Lufkin. Ugh. I don't want to walk back into that. Y'all, my hair has done so good for these meetings. Good.
This isn't an example of it. No. But it has been doing good.
David, honestly.
This looks like you're doing what was that shampoo? Pert or Prel? That green bottle.
What about it?
Everybody in the commercial, they always had like the feathery hair.
Well, David, this is called I slept on it. I took your first online class, Sharon says. Yay! How's that working out for you, Sharon? That's so awesome. Thank you for telling me that. Lori Stewart says, I thought you were in Honduras. Lori, have you ever been to Honduras? Ain't nobody can stay longer than 1 week.
We were in Honduras last week. We're in Los Angeles this week.
Mm-hmm. We're just jet setters.
Next week, we're considering going to Alto.
That's in Texas. Y'all, this is honest to God how I feel right now. I'm tired. I want to go home.
You look like about half the guys walking down the street.
I'm tired. I want to go home. I got a lot of work to do. What's going on there?
She has been busting her tail, though. She has been just...
Are you being... I can't tell if you're being serious or you're being facetious right now.
You've had 7...
Just don't talk about yesterday. Yesterday was not a great day.
You've had 7 meetings in 2 days. We have 4 more meetings today before we try to jump on a flight. So no, you've really been working hard and just talking nonstop.
Considering I'm doing all these meetings and there is not a designated lunch hour, which has thrown me for a loop at best.
We need to talk about today because
I don't like that. I don't like that.
There's no
I
time.
don't like that. I don't like going into my day knowing I'm not going to have a scheduled 1 hour of me time ordering lunch. I don't like that at all.
I'll give you a scheduled 4 hours of me time. It's going to be about 6 o'clock on an airplane.
David, I've got to have my lunch. I've got to keep my stamina up. What are you going to do about that? David?
Why don't you be the one to eat first?
Okay, anyway.
Hey, did you see the text I sent you before?
Yeah, I got a text this morning when I woke up. David had sent me a text. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been telling y'all this for years. I have been, except not necessarily y'all because we've only been doing this for a couple of months, but I have been telling people for years that they need to get bangs. Okay? You got a problem in your love life? Have you tried bangs? You trying to lose weight and keto's not doing it for you? Get you some bangs. Mother-in-law won't accept you into the family? Bangs. Okay? I've been telling y'all this. I literally had one of my best girlfriends the other day. I said to her, I go, I am full of great advice. She said to me, I've known you for 8 years, and the only thing that you've ever told me to do is to get bangs.
Did she do it?
That's exactly right. Has she done it? No, she hasn't. Is her life in shambles? Yes, it is.
Whose fault is that?
That is whose fault is it? It's hers. It's yours, Dolores.
How's that working out for you, Dolores?
We totally made up a name and went with it. That's very good of you. Anyway, Padma Lashke. Does anybody even remember what she was on? What was she on? It was some kind of food
Chef.
Or it was just chef show?
No,
Home chef? She wasn't on a home chef. That's us. We're like the Padma Lashkes of Home Chef.
why am I?
I don't know
Chef,
what she
Top
did.
Chef,
Top Chef. She got bangs. She got bangs. You know what? Here's the funny thing.
She's had
We're
this
having
long.
to figure out who she is. We don't remember. But now that she's got bangs,
We're gonna
know exactly who she is. Is she in the
This
next?
time tomorrow, you'll know exactly.
The world
who
will
I'm
know who
talking
Padma is. She'll be in the next Melissa McCarthy movie. Tom Hanks is probably calling her right now because that's what happens when you get yourself bangs. That's all I'm going to say. Why won't y'all listen? Your hair could look like this. Why would you not want that?
Where does she reach?
Granted, I look like a guy from 1988 who drove a Camaro. Okay, but you know what? Some people like that. Not David, but some people. All right, well, y'all have a good day. That's it for us.
If you could if we could find you, what were those shirts? Choose life. What was on the shirt? What was on the shirts?
What the crap are you talking about?
There was an 80s shirt. Relax. Don't do it.
Johnny say relax or something. You got a shirt that says relax and turned it into choose life?
I couldn't remember.
What the crap is that?
I just remember because it was like white with black on it. It says, yeah, Johnny says relax. Relax. Don't do it. I don't know the next line down.
I knew you didn't. I knew you didn't. Yesterday wasn't so great, y'all. It wasn't a great day for me.
What do you mean? Just like, you talking about the thing in the bathroom?
Excuse me while I go off set for 1 second. What are you doing? What are you talking about, David? What thing in the bathroom? Have I ever done anything in the bathroom that I've allowed you to talk about on here? No, I have not. Don't do that. Yesterday wasn't a great day for me. What is going on? What are you talking about? It wasn't a great day. I felt like nobody really gets me.
Everybody we met with loves you.
So yesterday was a whole day of like, tell us I don't know. It just was a frustrating day for me yesterday.
It's hard to hear people.
Nah.
It was a
Do y'all really get on here to watch this? Do you? Literally. Oh, by the way, someone said to us, "Tell us about your little show, Rise of Radke."
They didn't say little show.
Yes, they did.
They know
in her face, she said it.
They
in
know.
her face, in her eyes, she said it. Yes, she did.
They know it's going to the masses. Why? Because you're.
She said, "Tell us about it," and I said, "What do you want me to say?" And I said, "The other night we went to bed and 20,000 views on that show," and she said, "But why?" No, she did say that. Why? And I said, "You got me, lady.
We don't know.
You got me. I don't know what people are doing." So anyway, Jerry Ann gets it. She says, "I completely understand. It wasn't that it was a bad day. It just was. It felt off. Okay." So anyway, here we are. The truth of the matter is, I have enjoyed doing business. I do love being here. I do love doing business. I miss my kids. I do. I miss my kids. I want to go home. I want a regular bowel cycle that happens when you are not traveling. Can I get an amen? Y'all send me a thumbs up if you know you get off your bowel cycle.
You also want a regular lunch hour.
I want a lunch hour. I'm sick to death of people working me so hard I don't got a full hour to sit and have lunch. I don't like that. Okay? And these people in LA, they don't need lunch. Give them 2 cigarettes and a lifesaver, they're fine. But not your girl. I got to have time. And y'all know, look at all those blue thumbs. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm just mad about it, and I want to go home, and this bed's not too great either. And I can't walk around a hotel without some shoes on my feet. That's just a thing I've got. So I'm just upset about it all. I want to go home, David. Literally every Starbucks we pass, I make David pull in and get me a Starbucks drink. So
she has consumed more shots of espresso this week. I mean, in drinks, not straight. But.
Anyway, that's just what's going on. And he's lying if he did not say we left one meeting yesterday. See, they are still amen in the bowel cycle. You know what? It's called travel constipation. Okay, Rebecca Mount. Well, you brought us down a little bit. We didn't need an official title for it.
We gotta know what we were talking about. Why do you have to say that?
But we love you for it and appreciate you Googling it and giving it to us straight. So yeah. Callie is only good for a visit. I don't know. I kind of like it here. But David, take her home. Take me home. Probiotics, I take them every single day. So, you got anything? I'm just talking away.
Yeah. I think, now that I'm looking outside, I don't know if these people realize, first of all, why are you sitting so upright and I look like I'm...
I look like I'm literally about to breastfeed you.
Slouching.
You're like way down there, like a small child.
We have brought the sunrise to these people. It was dark when we started. And
that's why we call it Rise and Radke.
Rise and Radke. This is the visual depiction of what we do every day.
What is wrong with you, baby?
I don't know.
We've got to go home is what we've got to do.
I think I got enough sleep.
We've got to go home. Okay, well, that's all for us. Thank you for your suggestions. To the person who suggested laxatives, I'm not going to take them because the last thing I want to do is be in a meeting and be like this. Actually, I feel like if you do a scripted show there, if you can give me just 1 second.
Hang on.
Oh, and then this is what.
I can't move right now.
And then this is what they'll say. Do you need to go to the restroom? I do need to go. Okay, take this, and you're going to get on the elevator, and you're going to swipe it. You're going to go down to the ground level. You're going to validate this card. You're going to walk 3.5 miles. It's right across from a Mediterranean seafood grill. You're going to see a bathroom there. I got to walk everywhere in this town. They do not know who they are dealing with. I am so over it. So... we got to go because we got to go ahead and get in the car at our next meeting, which is probably 3 miles away, but we will not arrive to until 4:30. I'm telling you what. So we are up too early. Joanna knows that we know it, okay?
I'm not done, so don't do your quote.
Jennifer Johnson says go home and get right. You ain't kidding. Plus, I've got a new podcast coming out this week, and I've got a lot of promotion to do for that. And by the way, I heard the first episode. And here's the deal. I've always wanted to do a podcast where it's just me talking. Let's get the other people out of the way. Let's just make it fun. Let's just do it where it's completely top grade. And who can deliver that like yours truly? Nobody. So, get over here. My podcast is so good. The new one that's coming out, it's coming out on Thursday or Friday?
Thursday.
It's coming out on Thursday. Tomorrow, oh my God. It's called Streamer, and we keep talking about it in our meetings, and they're very excited to hear it. I think it's going to be great. So be listening for that tomorrow. We'll plug it tomorrow morning when we see you guys. That's it for me.
Today, remember I mentioned this yesterday. Today, if you have not listened to podcasts, you are missing out. Not just on Melissa's current one, Ordinary People, Ordinary Things. I'm not going to be able to hear. Ordinary People, Ordinary Things, but podcast in general. So today, right now, go to the iTunes store if you're on an Apple and download the podcast app. It is super easy. And then practice today. Search Melissa Radke. This is not an ad.
Not an ad, not a partner. But it could be if they saw I was eating them in California. God knows nobody eats these in California.
That's the only box that they've sold in that grocery store.
Just me and Roseanne. We haven't sold one of those boxes since 2007, and that was to Roseanne.
So those are fresh. Anyway, I know no one's paying attention now because she distracted, and most likely the most important message of the morning. So, hey, go download iTunes, the podcast player. Go ahead and look for Melissa, and you'll find Ordinary People, Ordinary Things. The new podcast premieres tomorrow called Streamer. Also, Spotify is really doing a lot with podcasts. So if you're on Spotify, you'll be able to find it there.
You can know,
and then there's a ton that Android has as well. So.
Do you know who the least favorite person was on Gilligan's Island? It was the professor. And you need to think about that when you talk to people for long periods of time. They completely tune out. You're not saying anything to them that they instinctively want to hear.
I'm going to have to disagree because Ginger and Mary Ann both wanted to hook up with the professor.
That's because it was the skipper or Thurston Howell.
Gilligan. No,
Gilligan and the skipper.
Thurston had his.
So Gilligan was a small child. Okay, you are the professor. It's clear you are the professor, and I am Ginger.
So
I'm completely and utterly Ginger from Gilligan's Island.
So this is my whole point. Then, when the options are reduced to next to nothing, I'm a good option.
That's exactly right, baby. Don't you dare forget it. Now let's get off of here. Let's turn this thing off, get in the bathroom, try to get the system working. Got these Cheez-Its going.
We're going to pop that thing on your face and we're going to go out and have some meetings.
Well, we got to go now. We love you guys. Have a great day. Fingers crossed for the Radkes, okay? It's a big day today. Seriously. Fingers crossed for us.
Big meetings. Meetings been going great.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that. I've literally got to use the bathroom. That's what I was talking about. It's a big day. Keep us in your prayers. Also some really important meetings. Everybody's going, we need your show back on TV. For the love of God, we're trying.
Did you have a thing on your phone?
A quote on my phone? No. Keep talking to him for a second.
Meeting's been going well. We've got more today. Everybody loves Melissa. Big things.
I do love this quote for today, considering that we've been talking about how David won't even schedule me in a lunch hour. My quote for today, I always wish I knew who said these quotes. I would give them credit, but I never know who said them. Not enough hours in the day. Stop doing things that don't really matter. How about that? Not enough hours in the day. Stop doing things that don't really matter. That's a very important quote for today. Here's the things that matter to me. David Radke and my kids. And one of those I want to get home to as fast as I possibly can. Meetings are great and they will further our career. But the things that matter are at home waiting on me. So that's our quote for today. Love you guys. Have an incredible Wednesday. And we will see you tomorrow morning where we will be in Texas. Okay?
And our message to you is Rise and Radke matters to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
You are so the professor. Bye, y'all.